Hi, my name is Hilary, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about my own path in the field of communications. Mine is not exactly like a ladder where you just are always climbing up rung by rung, but more like a climbing wall where I've gone up and then taken some different paths to then get up to a slightly different spot. I am an account director with We Communications, and our agency represents a lot of brands that you would recognize around the world, and the one that I am working on is Microsoft. Specifically Microsoft Philanthropies. So I get to work with nonprofits, big global NGOs, and also on technology projects that maybe are helping people with disabilities or diversity and inclusion work. How I got here is sort of an interesting story. I actually was a journalist for 20 years. I started in broadcast, TV, reporting and anchoring. And then after moving around market to market, up in the country to bigger markets, I started to have a family, and I now have 3 boys. I switched over to print journalism, which I could do part-time for 10 years. In my print journalism work, I then discovered I really liked health issues. And so when it was time for me to go back to work full-time, I switched into healthcare PR, which was fascinating. And it was definitely a 180-degree view, different from what I had been doing in journalism. One of the first pieces of advice I would give to you is always be open-minded and always be learning. Because what's interesting is that you never know what actually might interest you sometimes until you're in the thick of it. My next step actually happened after doing healthcare PR. What I realized is I really loved the technology part of healthcare. And that's what led me then to be supporting the Microsoft comms work that I'm doing now. Going all the way back to college, I went to UC Berkeley and I was an economics major. And I guess that is something that I look back on really with gratitude because I had a good, strong foundation that allowed me to go a bunch of different directions. So that's my other bit of advice is when you're getting your education, keep as much as you can the solid foundation because a lot of the specific skills you can always learn later. I hope this has been helpful. I really do love my job. What I love most is the people. I work with really good people, and I wish you all the best in your own communications journey.